Hey, what's going on, guys? This is director ArmedShadowfox of Quantum Machine Films, and I will be doing a commentary for Rage today. So we start off with the first QMF intro. We got a new one for Fierce, a lot more of a dynamic one, and then we go right into the action with the drum beats. And I put this there for a really dramatic effect to kind of capture the audience right away off the bat. A friend of mine told me that you want to make the intro as short as possible so they don't lose interest right away. And then we go to this UAV control center room, the command center, and I pretty much thought of all the locations and sets in my mind. You go to this UAV scene right here. I made that UAV scene in about 2 hours, I think, and it was not easy. A lot of learning, but it definitely helped me with my editing skills at the time. So there we got. Oh, that's not a thumb, by the way. That's a flower. Everyone's going nuts over that in the comments. I've been seeing a lot, and they just flip out over that for the rest of the video. You got a nice UAV scan going on here. A little thermal line going across the screen there, and then the scene cuts out with the pan to the sky. Pretty nice, smooth right there. Oh yeah, nice little metal guitar music right here. This scene right here was very hard to direct, as simple as it seems, because I had to teach the pilots how I wanted them to land, and what the gunners were gonna do when they hit the ground, And it wasn't 100% successful, but it was a lot better than our first trials. And yeah, the music does cut out there, but I don't know. I didn't really feel like I could have done anything more with that scene. Got a lot of revolutionary camera work right here at this scene. The voices, everyone's complaining about the voices and stuff, and they all sound the same. I mean, Digital Fear does the same thing. The acting is good, but the way they sound is bad. I understand, but the acting I think is phenomenal. Just the way it sounds like it's realistic, even though it's my own voice. Of course, I would say that, but it sounds like it's in the battle, so I did my best. I always try to captivate everything. And I get both sides of the battle right here with the camera work, just to introduce you that I'm not being biased with the machinima. It's more about the rage of the war going on in between both sides, and how valiantly the humans and the Covenant will fight to the death, And I don't want to spoil anything for anybody, but if you will see in the upcoming scenes where they just charge at the Covenant with their shotguns out, and the Covenant return the favor with their swords out. And it's pretty much, it's like, fuck you, come get me if you want to kill me, I was originally going to have a rocket launcher long take where he runs to that sandbag over there, comes back with the rocket launcher and blows up the, I think the plasma turret or the shade turret, but I didn't want that. My camera work wasn't really that astonishing back then, so I cut that scene out. Then he gets the Spartan laser, and then he does that to the Revenant. Yeah, Revenants aren't a tango, but what are you gonna do about it? Epic charge right here. I could not wait to make this scene. I was just like flipping out when I wrote the script for this scene. I was so hyped for it. And we got some nice heartbeat and no audio going on here. Add to the dramatic effect, and then here we go. The shotgun charge. This, when I envisioned this, I was just thinking to myself, this I can't do this. This is too epic. People will talk about this for years to come. And sure enough, everyone started to love that one scene. People fell in love with it, just the way the audio and the camera pans, and it was pretty easy to set up. I think it was really artistic and a powerful way to explain how war plays itself out, I think the humans would win in the war against the Covenant, because the elites may be stronger, but they do consider humans worthy adversaries, and because of that fact, I think that we could definitely use the human perseverance of our nature to defeat any alien race. My friend Hamster Lions, he made a game Easy Muse Hamster on Xbox Live Arcade. You can make really cool songs with that. He makes royalty-free songs, and so I used used a song he made called "The Reprimand of the Eternal Watchers," and that's what plays during the artillery scene. I first thought of the artillery scene when I made a movie called Fierce. No, actually, the very first Fierce was not the sequel to Rage. It was before Rage, and I made that back in April of 2010, actually. And it was my first hardcore action, like just straight up action, no story, right? And I used artillery in that scene, so ever since then it stuck, you know. And I used that, and it was a brilliant idea. Everyone's telling me, so I said, all right, I'll use it from now on. Fucking A. And it just the impact that it serves on the battlefield, like it just blows these fucking guys away, and I love that. It just vaporizes them, and it just obliterates everything, all the armor, and just blowing bodies around and stuff. And I just loved it. And famous line right there, Colonel Gatton, fucking clusterfuck. And they get ambushed by Banshees. Some people thought this scene was sloppy, but people would scatter if Banshees would come at you. And you think of it like this: it's pretty much the fact of self-preservation when you see an aerial vehicle coming down on you. You know, he's eyes on you no matter where you go, and you want to get the hell out of there. This is a pretty cool scene, I felt, where the Banshee guy gets shot down. And he gets out and takes his sword out. Gatton's bleeding on his knees and about to kill this guy. Nice little side camera angle when he charged. I love that right there. That was awesome. Nice grenade water spout blows him up. And his last friend alive is Jenkins. Proceed with the mission. He's a guy that has no BS. He's there to do a job, not sit back and have a picnic. Made the city myself with a little bit of help from my friends at QMF. The actual way to set this up was pretty hard because we were trying to figure out how to get the Covenant to go onto the rooftops with their jetpacks. Cause there's actually limits to how high you can fly normally, but then we just have to raise the gravity, I believe. And I really wanted to do an urban warfare scene after seeing the movie Full Metal Jacket. I fell in love with urban warfare, and I wanted to do it so bad. So I immediately wrote that into the script. It took me about 2 months to write the Rage script. I was writing it from August of 2010, and it took us 3 months to make it, just because of certain scenes and perfection. You know, I'm really a perfectionist when it comes to what I want to get done. I'll only really rush when I feel that I'm running out of time for something, like if there's too much of a gap between a movie or something like that, you know, like where between Rage and Fierce there's like a 1 month gap, and I didn't really rush that at all. But yeah, a little bit about me. It took me about 5 minutes to find the perfect music for this, because I really know what goes with what, music-wise, audio-wise. And the ODST soundtrack is phenomenal. Marty O'Dell just absolutely outdid himself with that soundtrack. He really did good on Halo 2 and Halo 1 as well. Halo 3, both visual and audio, it was not that good at all. I think they should redo Halo 3, in my opinion. Or better yet, have me write the script for it, and then they can make it. I love the scene coming up right here where Gatton is fighting down the street with his men. It's a pretty true grit urban warfare scene right there. And then when he runs up behind this elite over here and stabs him in his neck. A lot of crossfire in the city streets. I think we redid this the urban warfare firefight about 3 times. Forget about the butt shake. People are fucking gay, man. Why'd you be staring at a guy's ass in the first place? This cracks me up. People just lose butt shake at 4 minutes and 33 seconds and 8 minutes. Bit of a cheesy accent there. Remember when I was editing this, there was a little bit of a mess up, and I had to put a little transition just now that you saw. There's a little bit of a twitch right there, and I had to smooth out that transition, but in the end, it never came out, I guess. And so they drive off, and it transitions really nice. And you get this big, nice quote that comes up. I thought of this in the shower one day, a little bit of inspirational places for me, and I wrote it down right away, and I put it into Rage, and I felt that it really helped bring together what I was trying to present to the machinima audience, you know. And you'll see when it comes up as directed by ArmedShadowfox, it kind of boosts towards you. I got that from the ending of Gangs of New York, where it does that with the title of Gangs of New York as well. For the credits, it boosts towards you, and I love that. It looks so cool to me. And we got 3 units of actors. Lots of I think it was like 400 people for this thing, and most of their names didn't even get into the credits because I didn't have them written down, you know. But I went through so many guys to get this thing done. Over 400. I've used about 2,000 actors in total in the year 2010 probably. And that's it, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed Rage, and Fade is coming soon. Check out Fierce if you haven't, and there's a lot of cool space combat, and I'll be doing a commentary for Fierce right away.